Hey, what's up YouTube? It's a Blue Golf Ball today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today we have a Florges deck. This is going to be a Fairy deck, and this Pokemon has the attack Bright Guard in this deck. This 20 damage times the number of Leaf and Fairy Pokemon that you have in play, so potentially do 120 damage, plus 20 more damage with the Muscle Band, so that's 40. Little mediocre, but hey, for 2 energy, that's not too bad. Plus, it's a fairy, so we get all these props, these perks with being a fairy Pokemon. So, the helping Pokemon would be Sylveon. It's got a very annoying attack. Curly Ribbon does 30 damage, and you can move an energy from your opponent's active to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So, and of course, since it's a fairy deck, we got Aromatisse here. The ability Fairy Transfer, we can move energies around and conserve our energy if need be. And for energy acceleration, we got the Xerneas, non-EX Xerneas with Geomancy. Choose 2 of our bench Pokemon, and we can search for fairy energies onto both of those 2 Pokemon we chose. So our other attacker would be Xerneas EX. It does have Breakthrough, which is okay, right? 60 damage and does 30 to the bench. But X-Blast would be really nice to take on things like Donphan and those outraged Pokemon with 130 HP, Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem. So that'll be really good for Xerneas. Now we do run one Virizion EX since it is a Leaf Pokemon. It still works for our Florges Bright Guardian attack. So we mostly want to use it for Verdant Wind. We're going to be playing 4 Rainbow Energy to take advantage of Verdant Wind and move those energies around so we can avoid special conditions. Now, for items, we do play the Dowsing Machine. I did think about doing something like computer search, that way you can get the rainbow energy, but Dowsing Machine works really well for this deck. We'll be playing one Escape Rope, 1 Evil Soda for Sylveon and Aromatisse, 2 Max Potions, 1 Professor's Letter just to get those letters out. We got 1 Starlight Megaphone. I mean, we might run into Garbodor, but if we do, that's fine. We have only 2 Ultra Balls. We're going to actually try to play the supporter game more than we are trying to search out Pokemon. So we're going to play 2 Via Seekers, 1 Colress, 2 Lysanders, 1 Lysander's Trump card. We play this mostly because we don't really have any other ways to get our energy back into our deck or into our hand unless we played something like Energy Retrieval, but Lysander's Trump card is a little more flexible, and I know it's a supporter, but we do burn through resources. So 4 Ends will be in this deck. 1 Pokemon Fan Club, 4 Junipers, 1 Skyla. And that rounds out our supporters. We're gonna have 3 Fairy Garden. I did think about playing 4, but 3, we've played 4. We have to kick something out, and this deck is already compact enough. We have 3 Muscle Band, 4 Fairy Energy, and 8 Fairy Energy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and have a Pokemon battle. Looks like our opponent is going to be Checo187 or Chico Check. I don't know. Okay, we flipped heads. We got heads. Actually, we want to go first because we want to evolve first. So we see our opponent playing some kind of Dimension Valley deck with Psychic Pokemon. That's okay with us. We do have the Xerneas EX, so that's a little bit inconvenient. We don't want to play the Juniper. We got too many energies that we don't want to lose. But we can play the Skyla and try to look for maybe the Fairy Garden. Oh, we top deck the Fairy Garden, even better. So what we'll do, we can't attack first. So we might as well just retreat, and a little bit of an issue here. I want to get the Aromatisse out, right? So that way we can evolve. So we're gonna go for that Spritzee. Let's go ahead and discard. We're actually gonna discard the Rainbow Energy because things like Enhanced Hammer. I would prefer not to lose that and for no reason. So we'll lose it for our own purposes by discarding the Ultra Ball. Otherwise, we'll keep the this Fairy Energy in our hand to do the Geometry. We can see my opponent is playing some kind of just straight up Wobbuffet deck, and with probably with those bats. But anyways, I can't use Aromatisse because the Wobbuffet here. I'm not gonna play the Xerneas, the Virizion because I don't think we're gonna see anything with special conditions. And wow, look at that! All of our all of our energies are in our hand. We only had 2 left in the deck. Boy, that's not good. So we'll definitely. I wanted to actually play the Pokemon Fan Club, but since all the energies are already in our hand, we're gonna end up playing N to get the energies back into our deck and probably go for Geomancy again. So we can't even move our energy around. So let's go ahead and N. And we did get a Spritzy. That's not that great. But, you know, we can play the energy here. We will Geomancy again. In the next turn, we will Pokemon Fan Club. And then hopefully get our, what do you call it? Florges EX out. So the Wobbuffet here is pretty annoying right now. Oh boy, there's a Gengar EX, and wow, we got 3 mystery energies in play, and my opponent plays the Dimension Valley. So right now he's got free retreat, and he's got 1 less attack energy for an attack. And oh, see what I mean? There we go. See, the Rainbow energy just got discarded. See that? See what I'm getting at? Now we can't really do anything here. Per se, because you know, I mean, we got the Dimension Valley out there, and you know, and whatnot. So let's go ahead. We're actually gonna play the Eevee, and maybe hope to evolve next turn. So you know, a part of me wants to play the Spritzy, but you know, I'm not sure how valuable the Virizion is gonna be. I don't think my opponent plays lasers or anything. But okay, here we go. We're just gonna go with the Geomancy, get the last 2 energies out. So we basically have all of our energies in play. I probably should have played it on the Xerneas, but you know, I'm gonna Juniper and go from there because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna play the Juniper, and if I get a Rainbow energy off that, I'll play it on the Xerneas. We'll knock out this Wobbuffet, but I mean, we could just play it onto the Florges EX and knock out the Wobbuffet. That would work too. It would do 120, you know, and that's fine. So what we really need is a stadium, right? We need a counter. We need our Fairy Garden to counter the Dimension Valley. So here we go. We see the Lysander's trump card going away, and we do see my opponent playing a Mega Gengar EX. So, boy, I have a feeling I can play the Escape Rope and then probably do that. So let's just do that. I'm just going to see if he plays the Wobbuffet again. If he does, you know, big whoop. So he does. I'm actually going to opt to play the Eevee. I'm gonna take a chance here and risk it, right? So basically what I'm risking, I actually kind of want the Aromatisse. So what I'm risking is get the Sylveon so I can move this energy. That way my opponent can't retreat. And we didn't get it. Oh boy, that's no good. Darn, that is a bummer. That is a real bummer. Alright, so we're going to retreat. Thank goodness that's a 1 retreat cost. We didn't get anything we wanted. We'll just break through and slowly work away on this this Gengar, Mega Gengar EX here. We'll just kind of chip away at it. But I hope my opponent does not have a DCE or another energy. That would be bad. Or a supporter. Oh, that would be awful. What I can do, so let's take a look at my opponent's. Yeah, so a part of me wants to just, you know, we're just going to play the Lysander's trump card. Because I want to make it more difficult for my opponent to draw a card that he actually needs. So we're just going to go ahead and just chip away at this Gengar. So we notice that my opponent only has 1 card in his hand. I don't want to play an N. I don't want to. I mean, we can play the Lysander. A part of me wants. We'll probably do that next turn. That way we just get the Wobbuffet off of the active spot. Oh boy, my opponent gets. Oh no. If we see an energy drop, we can see retreat, and we actually can see my opponent copying the Xerneas here with the X-Blast. So that's not good for us. If my opponent has the energy, which most likely he does, he will play it. There it is. We're going to see the free retreat, and we're going to see a knockout on our Xerneas EX. He's going to copy the X-Blast, and well, we're gonna be able to have our energies again, so we can, you know, move the energies around. But actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the Eevee. So we lost. That's 3 energies right there. Boy, we still have 4 rainbow energies in play. So let's go ahead and just we're gonna move the mystery energy off to the side. So this would be this would be funny here. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna evil soda, get the Sylveon onto here. We'll fairy transfer the energy around. So I actually want to fairy transfer this here. That way we have a backup attacker. And we're actually going to, yeah, we're gonna play N. My opponent has a really big hand size, and I'm gonna end my opponent down to 4. Right, so we'll just do this here. We'll attack. Hopefully my opponent does not have another energy. We're gonna play it on the Robo substitute and just discard the mystery energy. So we'll cross our fingers. I hope my opponent does not have the energy, and if he does, we'll knock out the Mega Gengar, and that's okay with us. Okay, so my opponent plays the energy on the Gengar on the bench because my opponent's gonna play AZ. Okay, alright, so there we go. We see the Robo substitute. I do have a Lysander here, which I probably will play, and I plan to just play, bring out the Wobbuffet and get rid of this mystery energy. So that's a choice. That's a possibility as well, right? So, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna actually Lysander the Mega, and we're just gonna move the energy off onto the Robo substitute. What a useless Pokemon. Well, it's an item, but there we go. We'll just kind of bide our time. Not too sure what's gonna happen here. We already have our Lysander trump card in there. At some point, I might want to just Lysander trump card again to get back our energies. See how inefficient our energies are. It's pretty inefficient, you know. So there we go. We see an AZ again, and the Robo substitute going into the hand. Not sure what that's about. But if anything, he's dropped the DCE on the Gengar on the bench. And whoa, my opponent concedes. Okay. We didn't actually get to see an attack from Florges EX. I think we'll play another one, right? Yeah, alright. Yeah, that first match, kind of wish it kept going. Maybe my opponent had something to do. Maybe he needed to use the restroom, or, you know, had to go have dinner or lunch, wherever he is around the world. So we're going against Dark Vader 8-5. Dark Vader, are you kidding me? That'll be pretty slick if it was the real Dark Vader. Like, you know, the actor. But we see the coin flip. We got a Florges EX here. That's not good. We don't play any switches, so you know what I really want to do. Actually, I'm not gonna play it. What I really want to do is, you know, we got the Fairy Garden. If we had a switch, we play the Fairy Garden. Yeah. Well, whoa, wait a minute. We're playing the same deck. We're playing the same deck as the previous opponent. Oh, but he's got a full art Gengar EX. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so man, what I really want to do is play the Xerneas. That's what I want to do. I don't actually want to play the Fairy Garden right now, right? So let's go ahead and discard these, and we'll get the Xerneas. No, we're gonna actually prefer to get the Spritzy. No matter what we do, we're not gonna be able to Geomancy this turn anyway. Yeah, and I want to hang on to the Fairy Garden. I think this might be a stadium battle, you know. It's going to be a stadium battle. I only run 3, so if he runs 4, we want to play our stadium second. And so we were able to get everything we wanted. Oh, there's the escape rope. Alright, so I'm just going to play the lead here. And let's see, what do we need? The Colress is already a really good card. If we had the Pokemon Fan Club, I would have gotten that, but we don't. So what I'm going to do is probably just go for the N, I think. Sure. Alright, let's just go with the N. Oh boy. A Phantom. Okay. So we should probably play our item cards. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting bats or something. Alright, so here we go. We see his N. Boy, we got a Lysander's trump card. We got Lysanders here. I kind of want to play. I do want to play the Virizion in this matchup. That way we can avoid poison damage. So here we go. We'll play that there. Yeah, this is a really bad play, which I don't want to do. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll get both energies out here. A part of me wants to max potion off the 30 damage in case if we don't get, yeah, you know, we're gonna do that in case if we don't get an Aromatisse this turn, right? So I'm actually gonna opt to discard these. I'd much prefer to get the N and have a better hand. So, oh dear, what we really wanted was a stadium, and we couldn't get it. So, alright, what I'm just gonna do is let's get the Colress. Both of our benches are already pretty full. And we don't even have an Eevee to get the Sylveon out to move these energy around. Wow, my opponent's got some pretty slick energies there. He's got the, looks like the league energies, the promo energies. But anyways, my opponent can go for another night attack. I'm going to play the Colress, and hopefully we get both the Stadium and the Aromatisse. So I've noticed my opponent has yet to play his Stadium. I think he probably is taking, he probably understands that, you know, this is going to end up being a Stadium battle, right? It's going to be a Stadium war between his Stadium and my Stadium. We're going to go back and forth on Stadiums. And here we go. We're going to see the Dark Corridor, and my opponent will shut off my item cards. But you know, if we can Colress and get a Rainbow Energy, we will heal the Florges EX, and that would be nice. We'll heal the Florges EX, and whoa, wait a second, what just happened there? All right, so I'm going to discard an N. I don't think I need the N. We did get the Aromatisse, so there we go. I was all right. Here we go. We'll play this here. We can attack for quite a bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and this is great, and we can get a Sylveon out. So let's go ahead and get the Sylveon. Darn, my opponent doesn't have any Robo substitutes that I can move the energy off to. But you know what? We'll play the Sylveon. I think. Yeah, we'd have to pay for the retreat if we want to do that. So let's just attack. You know, it's a bummer we didn't get the Stadium, but we'll attack for Bright Garden, right? So here we go. 140. Look at that. And if I can actually play the Sylveon, which I wouldn't want to do that because I'd actually conserve his energy, and so there's no point of doing that. What I really wanted to do earlier was play. If I was able to get the Stadium, I would have played the Sylveon and got the 30 damage on there, move the energy onto something not as useful, and then get the get the 140 damage to knock out the Gengar or something like that. But it doesn't matter. My opponent has played a computer search, and that's the thing with computer search. It's a complete mystery. He doesn't have to reveal whatever he's getting from his deck. Oh, we got a Lysander, and what? The Sylveon. I wonder what's up with that. So we see the 80, we see the poison damage. You know, you figure my opponent should have attacked the aromatisse, but you know, that's all right. We'll knock out the Trevenant here. No concerns there whatsoever. So we will play this here, and we're actually gonna play the Spritzy. No need to discard with the Juniper. Let's go ahead and fairy transfer this here. I don't want to get poisoned. Neither do you. No one wants to get poisoned. Poison is no fun. So, alright, so there we go. We're going to Bright Garden, knock out this Trevenant, and take our first prize. So there we go. Tied in prizes. We have a shot at playing this aromatisse to threaten our opponent and say, hey, you want to take out one aromatisse? We got another one. So, okay, so we got the Wobbuffet shutting off our abilities. That's okay. Regardless of what my opponent's going to do, whether it's going to retreat and then, you know, do some kind of probably a Dark Corridor and retreat into the Wobbuffet. I would have, oh, look at that, the Lysander's trump card. Okay, the Wobbuffet would cause us some issues with the fairy transfer. And I think I've ran into scenarios like this before, you know, with the Kangaskhan deck that you've probably seen on my channel. But, you know, we just got to work around it. What we're going to do is most likely we're going to play the energy somewhere useful. Probably the Xerneas. I don't know if we really need it on the Xerneas EX. We will definitely evolve and then play the Muscle Band. Oh, interesting. Okay, you just went for a night attack. That's alright. So let's go ahead. We will play it on this Xerneas. I'm actually gonna play the Muscle Band on the Xerneas EX, I think. So what we really need here is a Fairy Garden. So let's go ahead. We're gonna play the Escape Rope. I actually want to get rid of these Wobbuffets more than, or even the Phantom. You know. So there we go. If I can get the Fairy Garden, I would actually love to knock out this Wobbuffet, and we do. So we get the Fairy Garden. No need to play the Starlight Megaphone since we will knock out this Wobbuffet here. And there we go. So Bright Garden taking out the Wobbuffet. One Wobbuffet left to go. We gotta get rid of these Wobbuffets. We need the Fairy Transfer. The Fairy Transfer is absolutely important. It's probably it is the engine of this deck. If we lose that, you know, we can't do things like Max Potion. You know, we can't do things like get free retreat if we need to. Like, let's say my opponent Lysander's out this Virizion, right? And I don't have any energies, and he's got the Wobbuffet out. Well, I can't just transfer the energy onto the Virizion and then retreat. So there we go. Here's the stadium battle. Oh boy, my opponent. He was waiting for that. He was waiting for that, and you know, we were the first to kind of go for it, and so I think my opponent right now is thinking, yeah, I have the upper hand on the stadium battles, and if he runs 4, yeah, he does have the upper hand. So we see my opponent play the Sycamore, discarding only a measly Ultra Ball, so that was a very good play for him there. We see the Ultra Ball discarding 2 Muscle Bands. Wow, he must have something in his hand that you know, it's more valuable than the Muscle Band. So here we go. We're gonna see the Mega. Oh wait, what? Oh, all right then. I thought we were gonna see the Mega Gengar, but we don't. So a couple of things we can do here. I'm actually going to. Yeah, we'll just play it there. Oh, sure. I guess we'll play the Fairy Garden. I'd like to retreat, and we'll Fairy Transfer the energies here. You know, why not? I mean, I don't think we're in any harm of getting knocked out. There is that Wobbuffet up there, and I don't want to play a Skyla. I don't think I need to do that. We're going to play the Starting Megaphone. I don't want to, you know, the Trevenant come out and then, you know, that the Megaphone's useless. So let's go ahead and just hit for the X-Blast, softening up this this Gengar EX here. my opponent can get the free retreat. So there we go. So he's played you know, the Verbank, but you know, we have the Skyla, and we can just Skyla and get our Fairy Garden back in play. So that's what we're gonna do. And what caches? Oh my gosh. Well, my opponent is out of energy now, so that's good. And you know, this isn't too big of a deal with the Verbank here. We can still hit for a breakthrough, which is fine with me. And oh boy, all right, so I'm gonna get the last Fairy Garden out. We do have Via Seeker that we can get eventually, and get all 3 of our Fairy Gardens back. So let's go ahead and get this into play. Now we're gonna Fairy transfer it away onto the Frisian, and then let's Max Potion. Yeah, my opponent definitely, if in 2 turns, can do the Phantom Gate and hit me for 140 by copying the breakthrough, right? So that can be deadly, but it won't be enough to knock me out. We did see my opponent discard, right, 2 muscle bands. So we're gonna spread out the energy a little bit, just a little bit, and that way, you know, we don't have too many concerns about losing energy. All right, so there we go. There's the Bright Garden hitting for 140. My opponent's down to 80 HP left. Not exactly sure what he has planned next. We do see the Float Stone, so if anything, he can retreat. If he plays, he's going to play Via Seeker for the Sycamore. If he has the energy, like the Mystery Energy, he can retreat into the Trevenant and kind of just stall. I don't know. Maybe prevent me from using items, but I will knock out the Trevenant. I will knock out anything he retreats into, unless he played a Gengar. But we can see here, I mean, from that Cassius, that Gengar is back in the deck. So here we go. We see the computer search. Oh, with 2 ends. Oh boy, he's got to have another supporter in his hand that he feels pretty confident to discard 2 ends. So I think what we're going to see is the Mystery Energy. And we're gonna see the Mega Gengar go for the retreat, or we see the we see a Max Potion, and a Bicycle. Okay, now that Max Potion, I didn't see that one coming. That got me. I don't know if that got you guys, but it definitely got me. So here we go. We have the Escape Rope. I mean, I can choose just about anything. I'm actually gonna choose the Xerneas here. If he does some strange shenanigan, which I don't see it happening, to knock out the Xerneas, I mean, we're only losing 1 prize, right? So that's kind of thing. And I want to keep the Vrisian EX because of the Verdant Wind. Things like Poison, my opponent can still do that with his Gengar in his deck that he can pull, you know, that he can get back out. So here's the Trevenant. Lucky for us, we don't really have any item cards besides this one, and this one's useless. We don't really need to evolve. It's a shame that our Sylveon never got to attack, you know, with that ribbon attack, whatever. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, there we go. We see the Wobbuffet, and boy, we were able to get rid of 1. And, you know, I mean, we get the free treat with Fairy Garden, which we will take advantage of. I'm going to opt to play it on this Xerneas. And I actually don't want to play an N, you know, because I don't want to be giving my opponent more cards. And even though, you know, it'd probably be better for me if I was able to draw more cards. But hey, there you are. Hey, Pokemon Fan Club. Too bad you couldn't show up sooner. But okay, here's the Phantom Gate. We're gonna get hit by 140. Let's see if we have the muscle bands. 3 muscle bands are already in the discard. So, if anything, what he needs is to play the Professor Sycamore and get something like a Verbank plus Laser, and then hit us with the Phantom Gate, copying the X-Blast. Boy, that's deadly. Never mind. We see the Lysander's trump card. I think my opponent wants to have an opportunity to play the Wobbuffet again. Nice thing for us, we do get you know, our stadiums back, so I don't mind that too much. and my opponent is down to not having much of a hand. So, you know, we still have the fairy transfer, which we can take advantage of. Basically, what I'm gonna do is, if he hits me, I'm not gonna get knocked out. But I will, however, be able to just hit him for 120 and kind of gamble, right? If he has the, you know, max potion or not. And if he does, then that slows him down, you know. And then I'm not sure what he will do. All I know is, either way, I'm gonna hit him for 140 either way. So interesting. My opponent has opted to do a breakthrough, which has me a little bit puzzled. I will. So both my Pokemon are in range for, you know, getting knocked out, right? So I can't knock him out, right? But I can do 120, and I can conserve the energy here, right? That's probably the best thing to do. And I'll only lose 2 energy, right? I can bring out the non-EX Xerneas and put energy on it, and then do a Rainbow Sphere. But then, really, I would be losing 3 energies, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and Bright Garden. Okay, I don't want to attack with the Xerneas here, because my opponent can just copy the breakthrough and hit for 140 and knock out the Xerneas. So then I would be losing 4 energies. But it's okay. He played the Enhanced Hammer. I don't mind that at all, because this Florges EX will get knocked out anyway. So to conserve energy, we've chosen to play just the Florges EX and let it get knocked out. Oh boy, there's the Dimension Valley. It doesn't really matter. He's got enough energy to attack to use Phantom Gate anyways. He can retreat. So if he wanted to, he can retreat, and he can use this Gengar to hit us, you know, on the bench or something with the Night Attack. So my opponent can do that as well. Right now, I think since he doesn't have any Wobbuffets out, I'll probably just, I don't know, maybe hit him for an X-Blast. No. What we want to do is play the most conservative route, right? We want to play conservative. We don't want to lose energy, right? So if I bring out this Xerneas and hit for an X-Blast, that's 4 energies we're committing to this Xerneas that we can lose, because his Gengar can just hit us for, you know, a Phantom Gate. So we're gonna just play, you know, play conservative. We do have this Florges in our hand, so even if this one gets knocked out, we lose 2 energies. We still have 4 energies in play, 5 energies in play, which you can play this Florges and, you know, we're just risking a low amount of energy each time, right? We're just risking. We're not you know, putting a bunch on this Xerneas or putting 3 on this just to discard 1 and then lose 2 more, right? So we don't want to do anything like that. And you know, a part of me thinks, boy, probably should have fairy transferred the Rainbow Energy onto the Florges first, and then, you know, oh boy, it doesn't matter. We can still get the Florges EX out with the Pokemon Fan Club. So that's what we're gonna do. This one's gonna get knocked out. We'll get the other Florges back into our hand and play onto the bench. Retreat. Never mind. We can't retreat. Darn it. Nothing here. Well, the Virizion has a 1 retreat cost, so we might be able to do that. We'll probably play. Yeah, if this one gets knocked out, we'll play the Virizion as the active just to retreat it for 1. Oh no, the Wobbuffet. Ah, gosh, not the Wobbuffet. My opponent's opted to play the energy on this Phantom Gate Mega Gengar, so we're gonna be able to see a knockout here, knocking out our Florges EX, and you know that's fine, right? We will be able to respond. So good thing the Wobbuffet isn't playing, isn't in the active spot, so we can still fairy transfer, right? And that's what we want. You know, we want to be able to conserve energy and fairy transfer. So we do see a Floatstone in play. I'm just gonna go ahead and discard that. Let's go ahead and get our Florges EX. Here's an Eevee that could come in handy. I don't know, but you know, we want to conserve energy as best we can. So I'm actually going to opt to conserve the rainbow energy, and that way we can still have the ability to simply, you know, block all of the special condition stuff. So here we go. We're gonna get the knockout here, and still conserve energy. Regardless if this Florges EX gets knocked out, we still have two energies at least. That's somewhat useful for us. Now I regret grabbing this Eevee. You know, maybe I should have just got another Florges EX, because we can keep hitting for 120. But good thing here, even though my opponent has the Dimension Valley, the poison won't affect my Florges EX with Virizion here. Well, wait, I forgot the Wobbuffet Bide Barricade. If he switches into the Wobbuffet, I would still get poisoned. Darn it. So, ooh, here we go. We do see quite an assault here from the Gengar EX. I mean, regardless of what my opponent does, he won't be able to knock out this Florges EX, and anything he switches into, I can knock out, unless he played the Ultra Ball and plays it for a Gengar or something. But okay, he plays it for a Trevenant. We can most surely and most definitely knock out the Trevenant as well. So right now it's basically GG. I don't see any way out of this for my opponent. With a Night Attack, I'll just simply respond with our Bright Garden, knock out the Trevenant or knock out whatever. So there you go. Oh yeah, I actually don't get poisoned even if the Wobbuffet comes out, because I think the attack. Well, regardless, my opponent concedes. We would have won that match with the knockout. And hey, look at that, we get a bonus prize to boot. So let's check that out. Hopefully we get a booster pack. That'll be really good. And we do. Nice. We got a Furious Fist booster pack. Well, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this fairy deck? Do you think these fairy decks still have a place in the format? I sure think so, especially with Aromatisse and Fairy Garden. But if you guys like the content, please subscribe, give this video a like. I'll have more videos for you guys soon. You guys have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.